Hey, yeah. Yeah, Hunter? Yeah. So where'd you put the vial again? You left it where? Yes, we're going to go over that ridiculousness in the West Wing, as well as several other articles about the housing industry, all next on Real Estate Daily. Welcome, everyone. My name is Troy, and every day we go over the latest news in real estate, housing, and the mortgage market. Now, before we jump into it, I know that there's just no inventory out there whatsoever, and we're going to go over that article as well. But if you're a buyer and you're on the sideline and you're waiting for either mortgage rates to go down or you're waiting for inventory to increase, do me a favor. Yes. Go down below, hit the link, and get a home buyer's guide. So important to have that. Gives you the process, makes everything feel stress-free. I wouldn't say stress-free, a lot less stressful, I should say. All right, let's jump into it right away. This is, I have this article, I'm starting off with it just to show the ridiculousness of how our country is being run. This is just stupidity. Cocaine found in the West Wing of the White House while President Biden was away. It doesn't matter when it was found. When was it used? Okay, that's when was it partaked in? So, I mean, some of the decisions, especially, and I'll just stick with the housing market, that's just been ridiculous going on in Washington, D.C. Just this continues to show that no one's in control over there, or whoever is in control can't even control the idiots that are running the whole place. So if we want a better situation, we want less inflation, guys, this has all got to stop, right? You have to make a change because ever since 2021, we've just seen the madness out there. And that madness has definitely spilled over into every parts of our lives, including the housing market. And everybody is scared straight on this. All right, jump to the next one. Now, before we jump into this, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Boom. Let's get the subscriber count up. We're moving up in the charts, but let's get in. Let's go see if we can get 2,000 subscribers. I mean, is that hard? I'm giving you great information out there. All right. This says U.S. housing market defies crash expectations as supply shortage keeps prices high. I've been preaching this over and over and over. It's all the talking heads out there that want to say the world is falling apart and that they actually get more views on negative reports, or at least they spin it negatively. I keep saying there's no inventory. So how do we know there's no inventory? Well, it's just not Troy saying it. It is, and this is today's Housing Wire. It says, and this is very interesting, it says housing inventory finally broke under 2022 levels last week. To give you an idea how different this year was from last week in 2022, active listings grew by 31,000, while this year they grew by what? 6,000. Are you kidding me? Okay, I've been preaching this over and over. Here in Southern California, we're down 50% from last year. I have the numbers that I did last year, the last week of June to the last week of June 23, and they are down 50%, and virtually every county is down. Okay, the only counties that are even close to the numbers are Riverside and Orange County. And why are they there? It's simply because people want to, there's more houses for sale there because it's a bigger territory, but more importantly, it is much more inexpensive. And people who typically want to move out of the Inland Empire are moving out of the state. They're done with the state. They're just saying goodbye, need to move away from this state. It's terrible. So that's crazy. And even in this environment, we're seeing mortgage rates around 7%, and we're seeing purchase applications are going up by 3%, and new builders are building. Crazy times, but there's nothing to buy. That's what this is really showing us. All right, so let's jump into the rates here. Looks like we were flat again on Friday. We just need a better direction from the Fed. We're going to find that out in about 3 weeks from now, actually a little less than 3 weeks, what they plan to do. Now, they take off August unless there's some emergency, but I don't think there's emergency. I feel if they're going to raise, I say they shouldn't be raising anymore, period. That's been my stance. They shouldn't even be talking about raising. In fact, they should be thinking about getting rid of, or lowering rates. Now, I'm not saying this because I'm in the industry. I'm saying this more because I want to see that the economy, people do better out there. There's too many people not doing well. I can show you 5 articles on a daily basis, and I know my producer Emmy pulls it up about all renters having, a lot of renter stories of bad situations, people having to live 4, 5, 6 people living in 2 bedrooms, even a 1 bedroom. I can show you those renter problems over and over. And that's why I do this channel. I want to see people out there get a better grip on their housing. And it's not to be poor and continue to rent. That's what the government wants you to do, is be poor and continue to rent, because they can control you by a narrative. I'm here to say, let's get a plan together. Let's put something together step by step. Yeah, maybe you can't buy a house tomorrow or next month or even this year. But if you have a plan, then you could start getting those goals together and then hitting those goals. And sometime next year, where I'm predicting rates in the 4s, well, now you have an opportunity to buy. Now, I know you're saying, hey, Troy, it's expensive, blah, blah, blah. Guess what? I can get a condo or a townhome in the Inland Empire in the 300,000s. It's not out of control. And what is 300,000 with in a mortgage payment? It's $2,000. It's $2,200, guys. So this is not unattainable. And if you can't do it by yourself, let's get a plan together with more than one of you, a family member, a friend, a love interest, right? Whatever it is. Get the plan together, and then we'll put something on paper, put those goals, and let's see if we can achieve that goal. Because poverty is, in my eyes, poor and poverty is because you're just not able to get out of that situation. And the way to get out of it is to take steps to get better. And there is no question that for the majority of Americans in the United States right now, okay, which we're all American, pretty much all Americans, that their biggest financial gold pot is sitting in their house. There isn't any other question about it. It's sitting there in their homes. We need to continue to do this. And if the government is not going to subsidize housing and continue to make it unaffordable, because it's on them, okay? It's really on them. If you're going to spend the money you're shipping off to Europe to wipe people out, why aren't you spending it here, and subsidizing real estate and getting people into homes? Because you don't want that. You want them poor, and they want that narrative so you can get their vote. I'm on this soapbox. It's for a reason. I want to see every one of you get a house. There is no question about it. It all starts with today and taking the first step. Well, thank you guys very much for joining me today. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I would really appreciate it. Otherwise, you have a fantastic day. It is a Wednesday today. It's a short week. We got 2 more days, and we're back at the weekend. It looks like a fun week. You guys take care.